Hello my dear beautiful bastard, I'm Petard, your glorious lord, and welcome back to Cradle. Our next goal is to get across the enclosure, so we must leave this area. We're going to leave this area and head on towards the amusement park. It's beautiful. Now, of course, it took me about 45 minutes to figure out how to enter the amusement park, because the game doesn't tell you and I'm a little bit stupid. I don't really notice things. But it's very easy, so if you're having trouble entering the amusement park, you shall find out in a second. So we are approaching the entrance to the amusement park. It is right here. You simply gotta climb these trees and climb over. So it's right next to this area, right to the left. So it's really simple. I don't know how I missed it, but also there is a clue over here, so let us read it first. 200,000 years ago, the first Homo sapiens specimens were capable of telepathically transferring to one another the contents of their own short-term memories via a small section of the brain located in the hippocampus region. Today this section is known as the mute point. The mute point would simultaneously receive and transmit the brain signals into a common neurosphere. The prehistoric people's population numbered in the dozens, and their short-term memory contained only the most simple emotions. As a result of the memory exchange, each hominid would experience the sum total of all the other tribe members' emotions. The purpose of function of the telepathic ability remains uncertain to this day. That's really freaking weird. I don't like that. I do not like that idea of transferring emotions through people. It just seems weird. Seems like a weird thing. A terrible invasion of privacy, if you ask me. So, let us go inside and see what is happening.
Enebish, I remembered who those people were. The ones whose Passium was regarded as more valuable. It was their genes that made them special. Their DNA had fewer errors. In other words, these were people with good heredity. Such people produce a special kind of Passium, which contains a valuable component. It was this component that was needed to fight the virus and not the whole substance. That was why they commanded such respect. Humanity's struggle against the virus hinged on them. Back then, everybody used to say that the emotions of beautiful people were our salvation.
Of course. It's getting too deep for me. It's getting way too deep, these conversations. So, we gotta go over here, press the button, and go up. Whee! Ida, open the door. Open the door, please. Why isn't she opening the door? Okay, maybe I need to enter here first. I'm not sure. Let's see. Hello. That's fine. So maybe I need to go up this one. Aha, there is several of them. So maybe I entered the wrong one. I think this is the right one. Let's go up. Yep, this is the one. Endless Sands.
You're at the location. Hold on, I'll try to open the doors.
Now this area is quite interesting. We've got some sort of a mini game with cubes, and it's actually quite fun. And this is the Endless Sands mini game. You gotta collect 30 blue cubes while evading the monster, the red monster who keeps destroying everything. And you can also use blue on white to create extra blocks. And that's how you complete this mini game. It's quite interesting. I like it very much. And here it is, the breathing module. Now we can go back. Slide! Come on, slide! Gotta find a way out of this place, and the way is rather simple. You gotta go outside and get on the little shuttle.
But there were people that were dubbed outsiders. For whatever reason, they sought to spread the sterility virus. They were the reason the virus became a global scourge. But how they did it, or why, that I do not remember.
Let us start it up. It's a very cool thing. Goodbye, amusement park. So let us get back to the girl and let's give her some air. Some artificial air in her lungs. Hello, Ida. I'm home.
Did you bring the module?
Yes. How do I install it?
There should be a pipe inside the chest. A trachea. The air passes through it, so you need to connect the module to it somehow.
All right.
I can do that. Don't you worry. Get rid of your boobs. And let's put this inside, and now we can talk.
Don't mention it.
Finally, I'm breathing.
How goes your search? Did you find the password?
Not yet. But I did remember a bit about myself. I used to work here at the Cradle garden as a teacher, I think. I remember kids being brought here to watch a show. They would then play in the pavilions, carry body parts from there and pile them up by the stage for some reason. What an odd amusement park to build.
Strange indeed that it was built here.
There's something I don't understand. You said it was abandoned, but it's still operating. It's got power. Why wasn't it taken down?
There was an explosion. It's full of some poison. Do you remember anything about that?
I think I know what it was that exploded there. Disparatoxin.
What's that?
That's the substance from which the virus came into being. The epidemic began after one such explosion.
One? You mean there were other explosions?
Several hundred, all across the globe.
Who carried out the explosions?
Remember I was telling you about the outsiders? The explosions were their handiwork.
Were they terrorists? What was their goal?
No goal to speak of. They weren't even doing it on purpose, really. Simply, sometimes their Passium capsules would explode in their chests, spontaneously. The emotions-generated substance was the cause.
What was wrong with it?
It had a dangerous component, bitter Passium. It's a kind of dark liquid which may suddenly turn poisonous and explode. Those people were carrying a bomb in their chests. It wasn't their intention to massacre thousands of people and strip the entire race of the ability to procreate. But that's what happened.
But how are they different from the others?
Genetic defects. The more defects in the DNA, the more bitter the Passium becomes. Outsiders were at once pitied and feared. Nobody wanted to live next to a time bomb. Many outsiders left their hometowns. They didn't want to cause anyone trouble.
So that's why they were called outsiders.
They were called all sorts of things, including lower class and ugly people. I still remember the slogan, "Protect society from the emotions of ugly people."
What an unexpected problem for society.
But not the only problem. Living in an M body requires fuel, and fuel can only be obtained in exchange for sweet Passium. Provided you have it, which the outsiders did not. They were unwitting spongers.
Spongers?
They were issued poor heredity assistance from the Public Rescue Fund. The fund was founded and sustained by a special tax that was levied on all the citizens. First and foremost on the beautiful elite. A lion's share of the reserves went towards supporting ugly people, Thus, they became a constant headache, not only spreading the virus, but also draining the rescue fund.
Those ugly, poisonous spongers.
It was their emotions that were poisonous. Uglies are dangerous merely by living and feeling, in that they deprive the rest of any hope of returning to the way things were. I remember all the heated debates, the frantic search for a solution.
And did they find it?
Yes, I think so. The committee proposed a hibernation program, putting the uglies to sleep.
Come again? What kind of sleep?
Deactivation. A voluntary shutdown, a temporary one until the virus is destroyed. And many of them agreed, realizing it was the best option they had. I don't know whether it helped or... Hold on.
What?
The password. I think I got the right one. Yes, I'm in. I see the files. Trying to find info on the employees. It should have my data as well.
You've got strange eyesight.
Why's that?
You see virtual files.
I wouldn't refuse regular eyesight either. It's all dark, but I can't figure out what's broken.
This screen on your face. It's broken.
It's called a look screen. And yes, it's damaged.
Might there be a working one at the Gabera Garden?
There probably is, but it won't recover my sight. Something is up with my lens, and the garden wouldn't have those. Nor do I know where to find them.
I suppose I'll look for a lens then.
Where? In the field? There's nobody around. What was that?
Don't know. I'll go check it out.
Alright, I'm going to pause it here, game is saved, and we are going to continue next time. I really dislike the voice acting of the dude. I really dislike it. I don't know if it's just me, or if you guys can also notice that it's kinda dead voice acting. The girl is fine, the robotic kinda... Well, it's easy to voice act a robotic voice. I mean, his voice is also robotic. But then, is it supposed to be? I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. So, that would be all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying Cradle. It's a very interesting game. Weird. And I like the story. The story is kind of curious. I mean, people who have bad emotions, bad feelings, they are bad for the world. So, it kind of presents a strange problem for society. But yeah, we shall see what happens next time. Thanks very much for watching once again, and I'll see you next time.